because they suffer? I mean, they ask her.
Yeah, no. I mean, I should do probably 100 shows on this. I have done a lot of shows on it in the past. For decades, they've been murdering people. It's eugenics. Bill Gates is now out in the open. They admit there are the death panels. And they don't give you essential surgeries, and they just take you and drug you and kill you. And your wife needs to speak out against it, and the bioethicists are turning into pure eugenicists. I appreciate your call. Great points. Okay, now with us for the next 30 minutes. He dropped again. Wow. Max Kaiser, we're having trouble getting him on the line. I wonder if it's sabotage. I mean, you know the system doesn't like what he's doing, and that Crash Silver program he launched here. That's getting so much attention, so we'll see if Max ever makes it. Let's go ahead and take another call here. Let's talk to Justin in Illinois. Justin, welcome.
Yes, sir. Hello, Alex, and thank you for speaking truth to tyranny, as always, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Yes, sir. I had a prediction for 2011, and that is that I'm guessing that the U.S. government will continue their program of aid to the government of Mexico in the form of military assistance, and that is known as the Merida Initiative. Have you heard of this?
Oh, it's in the billions of dollars. In fact, let me just search the term. It's a whole bunch. Let me see. U.S. aid to Mexico totals. It's just massive. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's. I believe they've appropriated $1.4 billion. Started in 2007 under Bush and continued here under Obama. And I learned a lot from watching a YouTube documentary on the subject called Merida Initiative: Collapse by Design. And I wouldn't be surprised to see more intervention from the government, the U.S. government in Mexico next year, and I think they're probably going to use the securing the border as a pretext to further integrate the United States with Mexico.
Well, that's what the SPP documents state, is that they would use the flu, they would use implosions in the economy in Mexico. They would use terrorism as a way to merge the law enforcement, the military, and then the borders. And now that's all over the news this week, that indeed, oh, we just got an idea. We're merging all our computer systems. Oh, we just got an idea. We've got joint response deals with Canada and Mexico inside each other's countries to fight terrorists. And it just goes on and on and on. And that is the North American Union. And under that system, it isn't elected representatives that control it. You'll still have your Congress that's basically ceremonial and rubber stamps everything. But overall, it'll be these unelected corporate regional boards that will control everything. And so that's a great point. I mean, it's the same thing. The states, the feds are supposed to only do a very few limited things. State of Texas says, hey, you didn't pass that through Congress. We're not going to let you come in here and always cut, and put fines and fees and increased power prices on Texas utility users in the surrounding states that Texas predominantly powers. You're not allowed to do that, and you don't have a law to enforce that. And so the EPA just shows up in Texas yesterday and says, we're pulling all your permits. The state can't issue permits anymore. We're coming in, and we're going to shut you down if you don't live up to what we say. They're just doing it. And Congress is just sitting there on their hands going, well, we didn't pass a law, but that's okay. You just go ahead and do whatever. You just go ahead and do whatever you want over there. And that's an example of this lawlessness. And it's the same thing with the North American Union, same thing with the World Trade Organization. Unelected group, more power than Congress over our trade. So it's just like Texas. Why even have a legislature? I mean, they got federal command centers they tell you are locally controlled. That's a total lie. The threat fusion centers, they're openly federalizing everything. And it's just all completely illegal, un-American. It's tyranny. But it's got to get worse before it gets better. We'll be right back, and I think we do have Max Kaiser. Stay with us. Hi, this is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about the delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. I've told you for years that eFoods Direct has the best storable food on the planet. Now it's that time of year again, and their holiday special is here. They have 2 holiday-priced packs for you to put into your reserves for a secure future or to share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in 10 cans, and the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy tote bags. Now, for a limited time, when you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on your entire order. Call now, 800-409-5633, or visit them at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realist, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Pure water. What could be better than the gift of health for your loved ones? And who better to help you give the gift this holiday season than BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com? If those on your gift list are drinking or bathing in unfiltered city or well water, chances are that water is contaminated with rust, bacteria, chlorine, and fluoride. For just pennies a day, Berkey Water Filters remove dangerous contaminants from both well and city water, is powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, and is great for camping and emergencies. Right now, GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems and free shipping on orders over $50. Purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or the new sight glass spigot, absolutely free. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Give the gift of health at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com today.
Okay, we're still working on getting Max Kaiser on. I really want to hear from him at the end of the year here. But I've got some other points of news I want to cover before this transmission ends. But I also want to talk to you and get your take on what's the most important things that happened in 2010. What do you see happening in 2011? Linda in Washington, you're on the air. Welcome.
Whoa, thank you, Alex. I have to bless you for all the good work you're doing and bringing together people like Webster Tarpley, Bob Chapman, Max Kaiser, and Porter Stansbury, all experts, geniuses in their own right, and it's wonderful to listen to your show. Happy New Year.
Well, thank you so much. My greatest pleasure is being able to talk to all the great listeners and people out there and to be able to stand up for what's right. Doesn't mean we're perfect. Doesn't mean that any of us, get it done 100% right. But at least we're going in the right direction. Our heart's in the right place. And we're having a lot of success. And if more people get involved in fighting tyranny, we can defeat this. What's on your mind, Linda?
And, it took me forever to get through to you because millions of people listen to you, Alex, and millions of people try and get through on the phones. And that is a good sign that the numbers are increasing every day, and we have a chance to beat the tyranny and the fascism that is trying to take over our country.
We do have a chance.
We have a big chance because they are only a very small minority, 13 families in charge, maybe 100-something extended from that, and there are millions of us, millions and billions of us.
There are less than 20 ruling families.
Yeah. So we have this opportunity. We cannot let them intimidate us with things like what they're doing with tasering and the TSA.
Oh, that's another point. Think of how they've introduced tasers, and now they do it if they don't like your attitude. I mean, this is a cattle prod. These are killing people, and they don't care. They just keep doing it. Every couple days, I see where they taser autistic kids or blind kids or retarded kids because they don't answer questions right, or where they shoot retarded kids in the back. I mean, they're really trying to just set the precedent to do to us whatever they want. And we've got to, as I said, it's simple. Just start saying no, no, no.
Yes, and that's why I'm calling. One of the chief murderers who brought in what's going on is George W. Bush.
Yes.
And he has killed, allegedly, just millions of people in Iraq, and because of the lies that he spoke to the American people, there are over 5,800 of our soldiers dead in Iraq and Afghanistan, and of course many innocent civilians.
Hundreds of thousands have been getting sick or dying from the last several wars. Soft kill DU. I
can't stand George W. Bush. I have been working with Vincent Bugliosi, and I called district attorneys in Alaska, California, Oregon, Vermont, Texas, trying to find someone who had the balls to arrest and prosecute George W. Bush. Now I think we have an opportunity, Alex, with the change of the attorney generals and governors and new DAs, to actually find someone who will prosecute George W.
Well,
Bush.
I've seen calls from prestigious organizations for criminal charges against Cheney and Bush. Nigeria caught Cheney making payoffs to people for Halliburton, and then they tried to make another payoff to get him out of trouble. It's come out that that's illegal as well. But absolutely, even though George W. Bush is just a big minion, if you can ever bring a George Bush to justice or a Dick Cheney or a Barack Obama for their treason, and Obama's just as guilty. He's accelerated the torture, the black sites, the secret sites. That's now all admitted. These guys are all guilty. Just like they send people that are caught torturing to prison, well, they're the ones giving the orders. They're even more guilty. Linda, great hearing from you. Have a great New Year coming up. Be safe out there tonight. Let's talk to Dan in New Mexico. Dan, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. And here's what I think the biggest story of 2010 was, and what I think the biggest thing is going to be in 2011. And I think it's Rand Paul getting elected. Everything that I've read is he's going to really hit the ground running. He's not going to be just a little wallflower freshman senator.
Stay there. I want to hear more from this because I'm glad you mentioned this. This is one of the points I wanted to make. That's why it's great taking the calls, because you raise all the points and more. And guess where Rand's going to be living? With his dad in his dad's condo in D.C. So the dad will be there with the advice, helping him. Not that Rand isn't incredibly smart. I mean, I saw Rand go from being well-spoken and a little more, just kind of provincial to being super hardcore. And he's just going to get better and better and better and better and better. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator.